Today, we cover 2 exciting weeks in women's college basketball as recognized by the Associated Press. In weeks 13 and 14, the AP honored players who pushed the limits on the court. These players broke records, ended long winning streaks, and led their teams with impressive scoring and all-around play. In this script, we explain the standout performances of each week and what they mean for the season. In week 13, all eyes were on Vanderbilt's freshman guard, Mikayla Blakes. In one game against Florida, Blakes scored 53 points, breaking the NCAA freshman's single-game scoring record. This performance also ended a 22-year-old SEC single-game scoring record. No other NCAA Division I player, whether on the men's or women's side, has reached the 50-point mark this season except for Blakes. In just 2 games, she averaged 34.5 points and shot 63.6% from the field. Mikayla Blakes' scoring burst changed the way people looked at Vanderbilt's future. She showed that even a freshman can dominate, and that records can be broken with hard work and determination. Her aggressive driving and confident shooting set a new standard. Each time she touched the ball, the defense was forced to adjust, and that opened up opportunities for her teammates. Her performance shows that talent and energy are not limited by experience. Along with Blakes, Notre Dame's sophomore guard Hannah Hidalgo earned strong praise. Hidalgo managed to score 30 or more points in back-to-back games. Her efforts helped Notre Dame win important games against Virginia Tech and Louisville. By achieving consecutive 30-point games, she joined a very short list of players in Notre Dame's history, matching the achievement of legends like Jewel Lloyd. Averaging 32 points per game with 5 assists and a 57.9% shooting rate, Hidalgo proved that consistency is as important as a record-breaking night. Her ability to carry the offense in high-pressure moments makes her a key figure for her team. There were also other players who made an impact during Week 13. Honorable mentions went to Lucy Olson from Iowa, Haley Van Lith from TCU, and Riley Weiss from Columbia. These athletes helped their teams with steady scoring and strong defensive play. Their contributions might not have reached the headline numbers, but every point and every play counts in close contests. Another name to watch is Fresno State forward Mia Jacobs. Jacobs led her team to a perfect 2-0 week. In 2 games, she averaged 29.5 points and 13 rebounds. One game in particular saw her score a career-high 36 points. In that game, she also grabbed 11 rebounds and recorded 4 steals. Jacobs' ability to affect the game on both ends of the floor makes her someone to follow closely as the season goes on. Week 13 showed that record-breaking nights are possible even from young players. Blake's 53-point game and high efficiency have set a high benchmark, while Hidalgo's reliable scoring proves that experience and consistency are also valuable. The mix of explosive talent and steady play is a sign that the season is heating up, with new records being set and legends being born. Week 14 shifted the focus to Texas's sophomore wing, Madison Booker, who earned the AP National Player of the Week honor. Booker had several big games that week. One of her most notable performances came against then number 2 South Carolina. In that game, she recorded her 5th double-double of the season by scoring 20 points and pulling down 11 rebounds. This game was special because it ended South Carolina's 57-game regular season conference winning streak. Booker's performance in that matchup was a turning point. It showed that even the best teams can be challenged when one player rises to the occasion. Booker did not stop there. In another important game against Vanderbilt, she scored 20 points, collected 6 rebounds, and blocked 4 shots. Her ability to contribute in many ways on both offense and defense was clear. Booker has now scored double digits in 20 games this season and has done so in 8 straight games recently. This kind of consistency is rare and helps her team compete with the top programs in the country. The impact of Booker's play goes beyond her individual numbers. Her double-doubles and defensive efforts have helped Texas compete against teams that are traditionally very strong. Her performance against South Carolina, which ended a long winning streak, shows that a determined player can shift the momentum in an entire conference. Booker's contributions have brought Texas into conversations among the best teams in the league. Another standout in Week 14 is Aziaha James from NC State, who finished as the runner-up for the AP honor. James averaged 29 points per game over the week. She was a key factor in wins over then number 10 Duke and number 22 Florida State. In one remarkable game against Duke, she scored 36 points while making 15 of her 19 shots. This efficient scoring helped her move into 20th place on NC State's career scoring list with 1,375 points. Her offensive firepower and consistency in scoring are crucial for her team's success. James's ability to light up the scoreboard in big games makes her one of the top players to watch in the coming weeks. Week 14 also saw a few players receive honorable mentions. Grace Larkins from South Dakota, Emma Ronseek from Colorado State, and Laura Ziegler from St. Joseph's all had strong performances that contributed to their team's efforts. Their plays, while not as widely publicized as those of the week's top honorees, were important in their own right and helped keep their teams competitive. There is also a keep an eye on performer in Week 14. Gardner-Webb's senior guard Ashley Hawkins. Hawkins showed that she can score when it matters most. In one game against UNC Asheville, she put up 28 points and added 5 assists. She was nearly perfect from the free throw line, making 12 out of 13 attempts and scored the final 14 points of the game to secure a win. Later, she followed that with a 30-point game against Charleston Southern. Hawkins' ability to perform in crunch time makes her someone to watch, as her scoring and leadership could play a big role in her team's future success. When comparing weeks 13 and 14, there are clear differences in the style of play and the type of achievements. In Week 13, a record-breaking performance from a freshman and consistent high-scoring games from a sophomore defined the week. Mikayla Blake's 53-point explosion and Hannah Hidalgo's back-to-back 30-point games represent two different yet powerful ways to dominate a game. Blake shows that a new talent can make a historic impact, while Hidalgo proves that reliability and experience are also key ingredients for success. In Week 14, the focus turned to a player who could do it all on both ends of the court. Madison Booker's ability to secure double-doubles, block shots, and help her team end a long winning streak exemplifies a well-rounded approach to the game. Booker's performance not only brings personal accolades, but also lifts her entire team, proving that one player's determination can change the dynamics of a game. Aziaha James's scoring and offensive efficiency as the runner-up further highlight that there are many ways to be a star in college basketball. Both weeks also shine a light on promising young talents and key role players. While record-breaking and high-scoring nights make headlines, the contributions from players like Mia Jacobs and Ashley Hawkins remind us that team success often depends on many individuals performing at their best. The achievements in weeks 13 and 14 set the tone for the rest of the season. When a player like Mikayla Blake's breaks long-standing records, it raises expectations and shows that new stars are emerging. Similarly, Madison Booker's performance in ending a 57-game conference winning streak signals that any team can be challenged if one player steps up at the right moment. These weekly awards are more than just personal honors. They serve as markers of what is possible in women's college basketball. Consistent scoring, record-setting nights, and the ability to perform under pressure are qualities that can change the course of a season. When top players deliver week after week, they not only build their own legacy but also drive their teams toward success. Coaches and players will study these performances as the season continues. The lessons learned from breaking records and ending streaks can be applied to future games. The hard work and determination shown by these athletes provide inspiration to teammates and caution to opponents. Every game offers an opportunity to improve, and these standout performances set a high bar for what is expected moving forward. Looking ahead, fans and teams will keep a close watch on these players. Their ability to change the momentum of a game, whether through a sudden scoring surge or a key defensive play, makes them central figures in the story of the season. As teams adjust their strategies and new matchups take place, the influence of these top performers will be felt across conferences and throughout the nation. Weeks 13 and 14 have given us a clear picture of the talent in women's college basketball this season. Mikayla Blake's historic 53-point game shows that records can be shattered by fresh talent, while Hannah Hidalgo's reliable high-scoring performances underscore the value of consistency. On the other side, Madison Booker's double-doubles and game-changing plays, along with Aziaha James' explosive scoring, remind us that experienced players can also redefine what it means to dominate on the court. Every performance, from the record-breaking nights to the steady, consistent efforts, adds to the excitement of the season. These weeks have raised the bar for what players can achieve, and they offer a glimpse into the future of the sport. The journey ahead will be filled with more challenges, more high-scoring games, and many more moments where individual talent and teamwork will come together to create unforgettable basketball. This summary of weeks 13 and 14 highlights the incredible efforts of those who have earned the AP National Player of the Week honors and the runner-up awards. Their achievements not only mark personal milestones, but also help shape the competitive landscape for the remainder of the season. As the season moves forward, the record-breaking performances and consistent excellence seen in these weeks will continue to inspire and influence the game.